Yeah, incredible atmosphere. It's super cool that we get to kick off the Super Regionals between us and Georgia and have that kind of atmosphere. It was a really fun environment. They're a great team and always nice to get the first win, but it's going to be a fight here for the next two, and we know that there's a cool opportunity ahead of us, but we got to stay grounded, and really proud of the team. It was a really good team win. It was awesome. I mean, Kat did her thing, defense did their thing, offense started coming together, and our dugout was on fire coming off the bench. Autumn coming off, getting those extra 60 feet, and that huge run for us. So I'm excited for day 2. Questions?
Kaylee, those, the third and the fifth inning, I mean, it was like my music playlist, hit after hit after hit. When you get going like that, I mean, do you feel like you get momentum that you're about to break the game open and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I was pretty comfortable after the first at-bat just because my teammates were able to share information with what they got to. So I think the communication in the dugout has been huge all season, just to put together team at-bats. When I take it out of myself of trying to be big and just try to do something for the team, that's usually when I'm at my best. So I was just trying to get that run across for the team. Some of those runs across for the team.
Kaylee, you're already in the ballpark, but on the television broadcast we're talking about this was a game of Georgia's offense versus Florida State's defense. I know you didn't hear that because you're at the ballpark, but did you want to show that this offense was also capable of doing something?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very, very excited for our hitters to have that opportunity to face those good pitchers as well. Georgia has a great defense and pitching staff as well, so just being able to compete. I mean, postseason softball is so fun because it's everybody's best at every single pitch. So I'm really excited for our hitters to make some adjustments, get after it tomorrow as well. But definitely going to be a fight as well.
Catherine, I have a question for you. Just a few days ago, you had the no-hitter, but only allowed you had a no-hitter, and then threw a perfect game. Yeah, perfect game. Threw a perfect game. So how did it feel to know that you're on the offensive side, they have your back, and be able to get the bats hot?
Yeah, it's huge. It's a totally different feeling coming back on the field with a couple of runs on the board, so just kind of allows everybody to kind of exhale, relax a little bit, and just go and just focus on getting outs just one at a time. But yeah, Georgia has a great offense, and they were definitely swinging hard tonight. So I mean, it was a good game. It was a fun game.
Kat, after they scored their first run, and how do you settle down and kind of get back and not let that bother you? Is that something that you've grown into through experience, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely a competitor, so I don't like giving up runs. And, I think my freshman year definitely really throughout my entire career, just working on like not letting stuff like that get to me, keeping in just like one pitch mindset. So I think, we always talk about solo shots are okay. They're a home run hitting team. And I gave up a couple of hits, but the majority of them were singles. So if I'm giving up singles to a home run hitting team, that's pretty good. But just trying to go out there and do my best to get my team back in the dugout so we can swing the bat.
Kind of along those lines, it was kind of a different outing because you had, there was a little more traffic on the base paths, obviously, but I think they were 0 for 11 against you with runners on base. I guess just what allowed you to be at your best in those kind of adverse moments, do you think?
Yeah, again, they're a really good offense. Like, you've seen it all year from them. So I think just staying in that compete mode and, I think that they're one of those offenses that you never quite get comfortable. So I wouldn't say that I was ever really like in a groove out there. It was just, attacking every pitch, competing every pitch, staying in it with my defense, and just staying in it.
Kaylee, how beneficial is it driving Madison out of the circle and getting a chance to see Shelby, knowing you're probably going to see both of them again tomorrow?
Yeah, that was huge. To be able to make their pitchers throw pitches. Having Kat in there most of the game and being able to give her a rest in the last inning is huge because we're able to get enough information, but they don't see her too much. So on the flip side, we were able to see both of their ace pitchers. So I definitely think we learned a lot of information, and definitely huge for us hitters tomorrow.
On the flip side of that, Lonni, how valuable is it? Having 3 pitchers that you've used a lot this year who they didn't get to see tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a different ball game tomorrow. They're going to go home and they're going to make their adjustments, and so we got to do the same thing. So again, it's all about knowledge, and we've been playing 3-game series for a long time now, so I think that we've been battle tested in that part, and so I think we've got a lot of weapons, and we'll figure out in the morning what we're going to go with.
Coach, I have a question for you. Just knowing that you have good pitching, and then you have good hitting. How comfortable are you knowing that you have a very balanced team on each side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, that's this time of year. You know, there's so many teams that are really good. And, you know, sometimes it's really hard to like rely on one part of your game. So you've got to be able to have different tools and different things stand up. So, you know, today we had a lot of double plays. We had a lot of traffic on the bases, but our defense really got after some moments for us. And I think usually we rely maybe on pitching and the base running, and today was a lot of defensive plays. So when you can win different ways and you're okay, you know, coming out and really supporting your team and whatever it is you need to do, just being present, that's been the whole thing for us all year. So yeah, pretty excited about what we can do tomorrow and make the adjustments from the information we got today.
Well, it seemed like there was more line drives today. Is that
Yep.
Something the ladies are doing differently, or is that just kind of where the ball ends up going?
Line drives on our side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared
Yeah,
to
I mean,
compared to the weekend.
yeah. You know, I think you look at last weekend and we faced a lot of velocity. Walters has got some velo, but it's a little velo straight where velo was up last week. So, you know, you've got to really make sure that you can tack through the ball on straight velocity. You know, had some change ups, you know, that we could either work on sitting the hard or the soft. But when you get rise balls, you got to stay on top of it. So I think that's some adjustments that we were trying to make is make sure that we can stay through the ball. And, you know, if we can go gap to gap, that really helps us with our base running part of it too. So I think Mudge is probably one of the best to get after that piece and on letting the barrel work. But yeah, I think it was just having quality at bats and really sticking to our plans. That's something that the offense sat in here yesterday and really talked about. Like, can we stick to our plans, pitch by pitch, and, you know, team by team or player by player? And I thought that was great today.
Coach, you brought in Allie. Was that more because of pitch count, or was it more you were trying to give them a different look?
I mean, obviously we don't want to like, you know, let them see Cat as much as when we have the relief, right? We have the relief there. But on the other side, you know, we've got really good arms and we need to use our arms and get them comfortable in a lot of moments. And Allie's, you know, hasn't been even used a lot lately. So to get back out there and get your feet wet in a competitive environment, like she showed so well today and was super, you know, comfortable in that environment. So now she gives us the option to come out again. So yeah, it wasn't really strategic other than the fact that, you know, we wanted to give a little rest on this side.
Lonni, after only getting one run across after 14 innings on Sunday, falling behind early, to have an inning where you put up a crooked number like that, just, I'm sure you were expecting that, but how good did it feel to win in this sort of fashion?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know what to expect, honestly. You know, I just knew that it was going to be a fight. It definitely, like Kat said, I mean, Kuma's a good hitter. They're all good hitters. We missed a spot, you know, so what? You know, that's what they're going to do and hit home runs and home run teams. So I think limiting the damage was big for us. And then being able to pour it on was huge for us on the offensive side. So there was a little nerves in the beginning. I think, you know, when we went out there, I know Kat even mentioned it, like we were playing a little, you know, nervous in the beginning. And then once we started swinging, then you could feel that nervous energy go away. And, you know, we were having fun. They were having fun. So it's neat to see that really like that passion start to come out in a huge stage. You know, it's still a softball game. We've been doing this for how many months, but it's a huge stage and you could feel the energy of the crowd and just super cool as a coach to sit back and see these guys enjoy those moments and have fun with them. So, you know, I think that was really big for us to be able to put some numbers up there. We, you know, tested them. Are they going to keep Walters in or take her out? Who are we going to see? So, you know, that's the chess match and the strategy that you have to go to.
Got time for a couple more?
Kelly, Coach mentioned the atmosphere tonight, prime time, night crowd and everything. When you get your first big hit, can you sense that? Can you feel it when you're on the bases?
I can definitely feel it. This is my first Super Regional at home, so home field advantage is definitely a thing, and having a home crowd is nice compared to 2021. We played in a really tough environment, but it's definitely fun to be at home. I mean, it's awesome that we earned the 3 seed to be able to host a regional and a super, and I mean, every time we do something good, we can just feel the crowd on our side, which is huge. I mean, the momentum, we always talk about Uncle Mo, and our momentum is on our side when we get hits and when we pitch well and make plays on defense, so it's a lot of fun playing at home.
Kat, you held them to, I think, 0 for 12 with runners on base. Did you concentrate even harder when they got a hit and got on, or was it just one of those things where you were hitting your spots when they were on base?
Yeah, just focusing on, you know, just executing pitches, but also I think with runners on base, I just think a little bit more about what I'm trying to make the batter do. So, you know, runner on first, thinking ground ball left side to go for the double play, whatever it is. But Coach and I debrief in between every inning, so we have a pretty good idea of how we want to attack the hitters. But I would say maybe I get a little more locked in with runners on base, but pretty much just trying to focus on executing pitches.
One more.